Nick Castellanos drove in 2 in the 4th. Can he drive in 2 more in the 6th? Welcome to the MLB Guillotine. 30 teams enter, but every 12 days, the worst team is eliminated. Here are the teams on the cut line in the National League, and here are the teams that are left in the MLB Guillotine. We are on cut day number 12, but I will go ahead and tell you now, there are no cuts to be made on this elimination day. As you can see from this graphic, the Braves are 11.5 games behind the Phillies. It's important because we said if you win your division, you are locked in until we get to the final 3. So by taking out the Padres, the Braves essentially took themselves out because they have no chance to get to first place in the NL East. That means we can set our sights to September and cut day number 13. As a refresher, we're down to 3 teams here in the National League, the 3 division winners. The Phillies out of the East, the Brewers out of the Central, and the Dodgers out of the West. Nick Castellanos at the plate, bases loaded with 2 outs here in the 8th. But it's not often that we've had 2 teams that are on the cut line play each other here in the MLB Guillotine. And the strikeout is made, the Brewers are out of it. Solo home run by Churio. The Brewers have the lead. And that one's right to the first baseman, Hoskins, and the Brewers win. 5-4 the final. Big time win for Milwaukee. Unfortunately, the reason why I showed you that is because the Brewers are 75-65, 10 games behind the Dodgers, give or take, and roughly 17 games behind the Phillies. So yes, as we sit here on September 6th, cut day number 13, it will be the Brewers that are eliminated. The Brew Crew may not be able to advance, but there are NL Central bragging rights on the line as they play Pittsburgh. 1 run is in on the William Contreras triple. The Brew Crew take the early lead. A Rhys Hoskins sac fly brings in Contreras, and now it's 2-0 Brewers. 2-0 Brewers, top of the 2nd. Milwaukee trying to add on here as the payoff pitch is incoming to Sal Frelick. And that misses for ball 4. The bases are loaded now. William Contreras, who had an RBI triple in the 1st, is now the batter. The 3-1 pitch to Contreras, nowhere to put him. And Contreras is going to hit this one into left field. It's a base hit. It's going to score at least 2 runs. 4-0 Brewers, as it's an RBI single for William Contreras. And Hoskins puts this one on the ground. Perfect double play ball. There's 1, and there won't be 2. 5-0 Brewers after that error. Looked like the Pirates were going to be easily out of this inning. Frelick scores. Just an errant throw. And that keeps this inning alive. And it's a strikeout. And that'll end the inning. But not before the Brewers can add 3 more runs. Peguero plates the first run of the game for the Pirates. Peguero has done it again. He plates the 2nd run of the game for Pittsburgh. Contreras has a single and a triple in this game. We're popping in to see what he does here. Hoping for a double. Or a home run. I guess either is fine. This will be neither, as it's on the ground. Throw to first is in time. And that will severely dampen the chances at a cycle for William Contreras. The 1-2 pitch. And that is absolutely decked by Palacios. It's 6-3 now. High into the Allegheny night. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. I've always kind of wanted to say that. The lineup turns over for O'Neal Cruz. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The Brewers get the win. 6-3 our final from Pittsburgh, as Milwaukee ends their 2025 campaign with a win. We are one cut away from our National League champion. We have reached the 14th cut day of the MLB Guillotine, and in the National League, the Phillies are 102-51. What a year they've had. Unfortunately, though, the Dodgers are 9 wins shy of where Philly is, meaning LA is done, and the Philadelphia Phillies are your NL champions. But don't worry, we will show you the Dodgers' final game, as well as the Phillies' first game as National League champions. 2-run blast from Mookie Betts, and the Dodgers take the early 2-0 lead. Solo home run from Teoscar Hernandez. It's 3-0 Dodgers. Solo home run for Matt Chapman. It's 3-1 Dodgers. And Will Smith puts this one on the ground. Could be a double play. There's one. And there won't be a second. Mookie Betts. Shades of Chase Utley taking out the second baseman for the Giants. The 1-2 from Robbie Ray. And that's swing and a miss, strike 3. The 5th inning is over as the Giants keep the Dodgers at bay. Tanner Scott on to get the save. Elliot Ramos at the plate for the Giants. And Scott will hit him. Tying run will now come to the plate in the form of Matt Chapman. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3 from Tanner Scott. And that will give the Dodgers the win. 3-1 the final from Chavez Ravine as the Dodgers are eliminated, but they go out on a high note. Philly victory lap incoming here in the MLB Guillotine. 2-run blast from Gurriel. It's 2-0 Arizona. Phillies trail 2-0, but with one swing, Bryce Harper could tie this one up. Here's the payoff pitch. That's on the ground and through for a base hit. Runners at first and second for Philly. Alec Boehm stands in now. Payoff pitch to Boehm. That's on the ground. No chance at a double play. Throw to first is in time, though, and that will advance the runners. Castellanos launches that back up the middle. It'll score 1. Will it score 2? It will. We're tied. A 2-run single from Nick Castellanos as he rifled that right back up the middle. And Marsh drives this one into center field. It's going to be caught, though, and that will conclude the top of the 4th. Phillies tie this game. Solo home run from Josh Naylor. And the D-backs have the lead again. One run is in on the Marte double. Arizona now has a 4-2 lead. Nick Castellanos drove in 2 in the 4th. Can he drive in 2 more in the 6th? And he will! Castellanos absolutely nails that one. It's into the second deck, and we are tied again. 2-run home run for Nick Castellanos. His 18th long ball of the year. Philly showing you why they're the NL champions. No doubt about this one. And that's a laser to the first baseman, Naylor. 2-run blast from Bryson Stott. And now Philly has the lead. Nick Castellanos has been a menace in this game. Can he extend the Philly lead? That one's on the ground. Very slow to try to make that out there. That'll advance the runner as Brandon Marsh stands in. That one's lasered back up the middle. The Phils will add to their lead. RBI single from Brandon Marsh. It's 7-4 Phillies. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Real Muto strikes out. Developing story here is Jake McCarthy represents the go-ahead run as the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 8th. And that'll be a strikeout. The Phillies walk a tightrope and get out of it. Alvarado the strikeout. Last chance for Arizona. Eugenio Suarez at the plate. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Philadelphia Phillies already were your NL champions, but this game shows you why. 7-4 the final, as Philadelphia shows you why they're 100-game winners and are headed to the MLB Guillotine World Series. The MLB Guillotine World Series is set. It'll be a best-of-3 between the Red Sox and the Phillies. Philadelphia will host, and I know the bank will be rocking. Hope to see you there. That concludes this episode of the MLB Guillotine. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe to become one of the Burger Bros, subscribe for more MLB Guillotine content, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.